Good morning to all. Welcome to my class. Okay, today we are going to discuss about water turbines. Okay, in previous class, on this completion of this class, you would able to understand the definition of hydraulic turbine, difference between turbine and pump, working principle of hydraulic turbine, layout of hydroelectric power plant, and classifications of water turbines. The source of generation of electrical power is the mainly the thermal energy, nuclear energy, solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, hydel energy. These all are the generation of electrical energy methods. Among above methods, ideal energy and thermal energy methods are the main contributors of electrical power in India. All these methods in India is depends on to develop electrical power only main thermal energy and hydel energy. Now we will discuss the advantages of hydroelectrical power. Water is available abundantly, that means the water is available everywhere. I think turbines can be operated easily, running at low cost, overall efficiency is high, generator life period is more up to 50 years, environmental pollution is less. Okay, these are the power plants located in India. First one is the Koina 1 to 4 stations. It is located at Maharashtra state. The capacity of this power plant is 1920 megawatts, and this is located on Koina river. And second one is the Saravati. It is located in Karnataka on the river of Saravati. The capacity of this power plant is 1035. And third one is the power plant is Dihar. It is located in Rajasthan on the river of Beas, Sutlej. The capacity of this power plant is 990 megawatts. And next fourth one is the Kalinadi Nagjahari. It is located in Karnataka on the river of Kalinadi. The capacity of this river is 840. And next fifth one is the Nagarjuna Sagar. It is located in present in Telangana state, in previous in Andhra Pradesh. The capacity of this reservoir is, the capacity of the power plant is 810 megawatts. It is located on the Krishna river. And next sixth one is the Idukki. It is located in Kerala on Idukki river. The capacity of this river is 780 megawatts. And next seventh one is the Sri Shailam right bank. It is located in Andhra Pradesh on the Krishna river. The capacity of this power plant is 770 megawatts. And next one is the Bakra right bank. It is located in Rajasthan on Sutlej river. The capacity of this power plant is 710 megawatt. And next one is the Kunda. It is located in Tamil Nadu on Kunda river. The capacity of this power plant is 555 megawatt. And next one is the Sri Shailam left bank. It is located in AP On the reservoir of Krishna, the capacity of this power plant is 450 megawatt. And next one is the Mettu tunnel. It is located in Tamil Nadu on Kaveri river. The capacity of this power plant is 200 megawatt. And the last one is the Upper Sealeru. It is located in AP Andhra Pradesh on the river of Godavari. The capacity of this power plant is 240 megawatt. Okay, these are the different types of power plants, idle power plants located in India. And observe the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam. This is the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam. Beside you will observe the power plant to generate the power. Before going to define the definition of hydraulic power plant, first we have to know what is the water turbine. A water turbine is a rotary machine that converts kinetic energy and potential energy of water into mechanical work. The water turbines were developed in the 19th century and were widely used for industrial power prior to electrical grids. Now they are mostly used for electrical power generation. Water turbines are mostly found in dams to generate electrical power from water potential energy. Right? Now we will define the definition. We will define the hydraulic turbine. Turbine is the unit which converts hydraulic energy into mechanical energy. It is the main part in the power generation. The turbine is the main part in the power generation. What is the hydraulic energy? Hydraulic energy which converts mechanical energy and thereafter electrical energy. Observe here, this is the schematic diagram of the hydel power plant. Okay, here it is this is the dam. It is the water storage, and here it is the water coming from the dam to the water turbine. With high pressure, and it impinges on the turbine wheels. The turbine is convert kinetic energy and potential energy to mechanical energy, and it is coupled. The turbine is coupled to the generator. Here it is the generator converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy and transfer to the transmission lines. Okay, this is the schematic diagram of the hydraulic power plant. Okay, what is a layout? A systematic, or what is the layout? I think you observe here, it is the layout of the and schematic diagram of the hydraulic power plant. And what is the layout? A systematic arrangement of different parts or components. This is the known as layout. Systematic arrangements of different parts or components is known as layout. Layout of hydroelectric power plant. So observe figure number 3. Here you will observe the layout of hydroelectrical power plant. You will observe the main parts of the main elements of hydroelectric power plant are dam, tunnel, forebay, surge tank, valve house, penstock, powerhouse, tail race, and draft tube. These are the main elements of the hydroelectric power plant. We will define all these. What are the functions of all these main elements? Main parts in hydroelectric power plant: head race, dam, penstock, surge tank, valve house, powerhouse, turbine, generator. In powerhouse there are two. Here it is. The house protected these two, turbine and generator. And next one is the tail race. And last one is the draft tube. Okay, we will define all these main parts in the hydroelectric power plant. First one is the head race. Head of water level in the dam is known as head race. And next one is the dam. It is a structure constructed across the river to store the water and create head. Dams are different types like earth dam, masonry dam, steel dam, etc. Masonry dams are very common dams. A dam storage of water for the power generation. And next one is the penstock. It is a pipe of large diameter, generally made of steel or concrete. It conveys water from the storage reservoir to turbine under pressure. It carries water under pressure from the storage reservoir to the turbine. And next one is the surge tank. Fourth one is the surge tank. It is used when the water is carried through penstock and when it is not possible to construct forebase. The surge tank is used to reduce the pressure fluctuations in the penstock, thus eliminating water hammer effects and protect the penstock. Okay. The surge tank is a protecting device, especially it is simply known as it is a protecting device. Surge tank supply pressure to turbine whenever water level decreases in penstock. Now the valve house. It is situated near the surge tank. Observe in previous figure we will observe that it is situated near the surge tank. Valve house consists of electrically driven slice type of valves to control the flow of penstock. Okay, distribute water to turbine units. As it is simply known as distribute water to turbine units. And next one is the powerhouse. It houses the turbines and generators. It houses turbine units coupled to electrical generators. And it also accommodates other accessories for operating these machines. Other accessories for operating a turbine and electrical generator. Next one is the tail race. It is a channel to carry away the used water from the turbine to a suitable place. Convey water leaving the turbine to the parent river. The components of sorry. Next one is the draft tube. Water discharges out to tail race from the turbine. This is the draft tube. Draft tube is a draft tube is a conduit of variable cross section which connects the runner exit to the tail race. The purpose of draft tube is, first one is to convert kinetic energy of living water into pressure energy, and second one is it permits the turbine to set above the tail race. The main purpose of the draft tube is to convert kinetic energy of living water into pressure energy and to permit the turbine to set over the tail race. These are the main parts of the main elements of the hydroelectric power plant. Okay, now we will discuss the working principle of turbine. Working principle of a turbine. Fluid does work on the turbine. High velocity jet strikes the curved vanes or blades or buckets. Velocity of jet changes both magnitude and direction due to blades experience a centrifugal force. The resultant of centrifugal force and change in velocity in the blades causes wheel the runner to rotate. Observe this diagram. The hydraulic turbine blades are provided against the flow of water which changes the movement of it. The movement is changing a resulting pressure force generated which rotates the rotor or turbine. As the change in momentum high, the force generated is high, which increases energy conversion. So the blades or buckets are designed so that it can change the maximum momentum of the water. This turbine is used in hydraulic power plant. Okay, observe this diagram. When the high velocity of jet impinges on the turbine blades, it affects the force on the turbine blades. It causes rotor on the runner wheel and it attached on the blades. Okay, this is an animation of the simple impulse turbine animation. Now we will discuss the classifications of turbines. It has been characterized as the follows. According to the type of energy at inlet. Based on it, according to the energy at inlet, it is divided into two types. The first one is the impulse turbine and second one is the reaction turbine. In impulse turbine, the energy is in the form of kinetic energy. Examples for impulse turbine is Pelton wheel, turbo wheel. And reaction turbine, the energy is in the form of both kinetic and pressure energies. Examples of tabular, bulb, propeller and Francis turbine. And second classifications of the turbine is according to the direction of flow of water through the runner. There are 4 types: tangential flow, radial flow, axial flow and mixed flow. Now we will discuss tangential flow. We define the tangential flow. Water flows in the direction tangential to the path of rotational, that is perpendicular to both axial and radial directions. Tangential means, we will discuss, here it is a runner blade, suppose assume it as a tangential. The flow of the water is like this. Okay, and now radial flow, the water flows outer of the runner and there are again 2 types: inward radial flow and outward radial flow. Inward radial flow, the water enters at the outer periphery of the runner and flows radially inward towards the center. The examples of inward radial flow turbine is Old Francis turbine, Thomson turbine, etc. And second one is the outward radial flow turbine. In this turbine, the water flows radially through the runner from inwards to outwards. Examples of Fournier turbine. And next one is the axial flow turbine. In this turbine, the water flows parallel to the axis of the runner. parallel to the axis of the runner. Examples for this: propeller turbine, Kaplan turbine, etc. Next one is the mixed flow turbine. In this turbine, the water enters radially at the outer circumference but leaves in the direction parallel to the axis of the runner. The examples of this turbine is modern Francis turbine. And next, according to the head under which turbine runs, there are three types: high head turbines, medium head turbines, low head turbines. High head turbines, the turbines working under high heads. This is greater than above 300 meter. And medium head turbine, turbines working under medium head, that is in the range of 30 meter to 300 meter. For examples of this turbine are modern Francis turbine. And next, third one is the low head turbine. The turbines working under head less than 60 meter or less than 30 meter. The examples of this turbine are propeller and Kaplan turbine. And now fourth one, according to the specific speed of turbine, there are again three types: low specific speed turbine, medium specific speed turbine, high specific speed turbines. The low specific speed is in between 10 to 50 up to known as less than 50. Examples for this turbine low specific speed is Pelton wheel. And second one is the medium specific speed. Thus in this turbine the specific speed is between 50 to 250 meter. So 250 specific speed. For examples for this medium specific speed turbine is Francis turbine. And now last one is high specific speed turbine. The specific speed is greater than 250. Examples for this turbine are Kaplan turbine and propeller turbine. Now we will discuss the disadvantages of the hydraulic turbine. The main disadvantages of the hydraulic turbines are: first one, the installation or initial cost is very high. This system or plant takes several decades to produce the profit. And next one, it can develop at only a few sites where the proper amount of water is available. So here we finally studied hydraulic turbine in details. We studied in details of hydraulic turbine. Okay. In this class we discussed hydraulic turbine definition and different types, working principle, advantages and disadvantages, and classifications of the turbines also we discussed here. And a summary about this class: In this class we have studied source of generation of power. The source of generation power means we will briefly introduction. I will give once again the deep introduction to this. A water turbine or hydraulic turbine is a rotary engine that extracts energy from moving or falling water. Water turbines were developed in the 19th century and were extensively used for industrial power. Nowadays, these are widely used for electric power generation. The electric power produced by these turbines is called as hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric power is cheaper and cleaner compared to the power produced from thermal or nuclear power plants. The electricity generation from the hydroelectric power plants forms a significant portion of total electricity that is generated. A hydraulic turbine is basically a rotodynamic machine. Rotodynamic machine consists of a runner element known as rotor. When the fluid enters into the rotor, the mutual energy transfer between fluid and rotor takes place by means of rotodynamic action. Based on energy transfer, rotodynamic machines are broadly classified as turbines. Turbine energy is transferred from fluid to rotor and rotor converts fluid energy into mechanical energy. The rotor of this machine is called as runner. And now pump. Energy from the rotor is transferred to fluid and fluid energy increases. The rotor of these machines is called as impeller. Okay, this is about introduction of hydraulic power plant and what is the difference between pump and turbine. Okay, once again I will show the main components of the hydroelectric power plant. Okay, observe this layout of hydroelectric power plant. You will observe here, you may observe the main parts of the hydroelectric power plant and the layout. Here is the main parts of the main elements or parts of the hydroelectric power plant are dam, tunnel, forebay, surge tank, valve house, penstock, powerhouse, draft tube and tail race. These are all are the main parts, main elements of a hydroelectric power plant. These are the systematic diagram of very important. Okay. The main parts in hydroelectric power plant, observe once again here. Head race, dam, penstock, surge tank, valve house, powerhouse, turbine, generator, tail race, draft tube. And these all are the definitions, and this is the working principle. Observe the working principle. When the water impinges on the turbine blades, it will rotate by the effective of the momentum of the force. So the energy transfers to the rotor of the runner. So it will rotate and it is transferred to the, it is coupled to the generator. And observe here, it is the main classifications of the turbine. There are here, it is the 4 classifications are there. First one is the according to the action of water. There are two types, impulse turbine and reaction turbine. And according to the direction of flow of water through the runner, there are tangential flow, radial flow, axial flow and mixed flow. Examples for this tangential flow turbine is Felton wheel. Radial flow, there are again two types, inward radial flow turbines and outward radial flow turbines. Examples of inward radial flow turbine is Old Francis turbine. Outward flow radial turbine example is Four-Néron turbine. And next one is the axial flow turbine. The example of axial flow turbine is propeller turbine, Kaplan turbine and etc. And next one is the mixed flow turbine. In this turbine, the water enters radially at outer circumference but leaves in the direction parallel to the axis of the runner. This is mixed flow turbine. This is the examples of the mixed flow turbine is modern Francis turbine. Now third classifications of the turbine is according to the head under which turbine runs. There are again three types, high head, medium head, low head. High head is above 300 meter, medium head is in between 30 meter to 300 meter, low head is 15 meter to 30 meter. The example of high head turbine is Felton wheel. The example of medium head turbine is Martin Francis turbine. The examples of low head turbine is propeller turbine and Kaplan turbine. And now according to the specific speed of turbine, there are again three types, low specific speed, medium specific speed, high specific speed. Low specific speed is less than 50, medium specific speed is in between 50 to 250, high specific speed is greater than 250. The examples of low specific speed turbine is Felton wheel. The example of medium specific speed turbine is Francis turbine. The example of high specific speed turbine is Kaplan turbine and propeller turbine. Okay, this is the summary of today class. In this class we have studied the source of power, generation of power, advantages of hydroelectric power generation, principle of water turbine, layout of hydroelectric power plant and classification of water turbines. And finally we studied the disadvantages of hydroelectric power plants also we studied. Once again I am repeating this, the disadvantages of hydroelectric power plant. There are less disadvantages, only two disadvantages are there. The first one is the installation or initial cost is very high. First one is the installation and initial cost is very high. And second one, it can develop at only few sites. It can develop at only few sites, that is where the proper amount of water is available. Okay, these are the only two disadvantages of hydroelectric power plants. And now we discussed this. Okay, these are the main questions, frequently asked questions in your diploma examination, previous diploma examinations. Okay, first one is the state the working principle of water turbine. State the working principle of water turbine. How do you classify turbines? how do you classify turbines? And third one is draw a layout of hydroelectric power plant and name the parts. These are the frequently asked questions. Okay, observe all these slides once again slowly. Okay, these are the objectives and these are the source of generation of electrical energy. The source of generation of electrical energy is thermal energy, nuclear energy, solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, hydel energy. Among all these, only hydel energy and thermal energy methods are main contributors of electrical power in India. These are the advantages of hydroelectric power plant. Water is available abundantly, turbine can be operated easily, running cost is low, overall efficiency is high, greater life period, and environmental pollution is less. Okay, observe this Nagarjun Sagar Dam and the main components, main parts of hydroelectric power plant, main elements and the definition. Working principle of turbine. This is observed here with the working principle of turbine once again. This is the working principle of turbine. The water from the nozzle strike the buckets of runner tangentially to its pitch circle. The nozzle direct high velocity streams of water onto a curved buckets mounted around the periphery of wheel. The resulting force rotates the turbine. The buckets are mounted in pair to balance the force. The buckets are special shape. The jet of water from the nozzle at high velocity strike the splitter and splits. The nozzle, here it is, the nozzle converts the available head into high velocity jet which strikes the runner buckets. Here it is, the deflector is also there. The different types are there. Okay, in coming next class, thank you. In coming next class, we will discuss the working principle of impulse turbine and difference between impulse turbine and reaction turbine, velocity triangles of Felton wheel and some simple problems on it. Okay, we will discuss all these for coming next class. If you have any doubt, please feel free to contact me. I am providing my WhatsApp number here. Please note it down. 970404657. This is my WhatsApp number. If you have any doubts, please feel free to contact me on this number. I will clarify your doubts. Thank you one and all. I hope once again I hope all of you understand my class, today's class, the introduction of turbines and classifications and advantages, disadvantages, and some working principle of turbine. Okay, I hope all of you understood my class. In next class, we will discuss the working principle of Felton wheel and design velocity triangles, some simple problems on it we will discuss in coming next class. Okay, don't forget to watch this class and study the important questions I given in last slide. Frequently asked question, there are 3 questions are there. Study the questions and study the concept of the working principle of turbine. Okay, thank you, bye friends, thank you one and all.